Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Don Brunk, illustrated by Ola Leola, I believe. It's by CICO Books. If you go to CICObooks.com, you can find more information. I believe this is a more current deck. I just can't remember how long I've had it. I think it's a more current deck. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Supportive Oracle Cards, The Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. And I want to get the scrudgy stuff off, but I keep, like you can see up here where I ripped it because I was too aggressive with it. So if you want to find them, that's the information to find them. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. I think this is an older deck too, actually, now I'm thinking of it. Could be wrong. Slap, slap, slap. We're slapping cards down. Oh, I like that. What's going on here? It's leading to something really good. Actually, you might be good the whole way through. This is like, a lot of these reads are good today. Not that we're complaining, like you deserve a good read, not for nothing. But sometimes it's just like, is it really that good? Like, where's that other shoe? You know, where's that other shoe? This is good. We're starting off with something. I don't know. We'll see. You got the B, Heart Awakener, number 6. It's eluding me right now. I feel like it's the Lover's card, but I could be wrong. There's a very good connection, but I feel like when I get B, especially with Capricorn, I think worker B. Something goes very well together. This could be one of those work relationships where it doesn't have anything to do with romance. You just really get along with somebody very well. You look out for each other. Because I'm getting this honeybee between the two of you. It could be romantic, don't get me wrong. It could be anything, whatever it is. But they seem to really like you, and you seem to really like them. Your card is the Mermaid Magic Seduction, I'm noticing. And theirs is the Aphrodite's Love Spell. These are very peculiar cards. Because they are very, like, you're trying to impress them, they're trying to impress you. You're both trying to schmooze the other to work with each other. Like, you both really like working with each other, and you both go out of your way for each other. Could be, doesn't have to be anything romantic. Could be just a work thing or a friendship thing where you're on point like this with whatever the subject matter is. But it's like you're both like looking out for each other, doing things for each other. Like, it's very good. Very, very, very good. But what I'm getting next here is the health on your side and harvest on the other side. Things go very well for a long time is what I'm getting. And then things seem to change. Life changes. The harvest comes in. The harvest is a change. It's depending on, like, is it a change to the next phase, or is it a change, like, is it the final harvest? So, like, I think a lot of times of summer here up in New York, I believe there's 3 harvests. I could be wrong. I think there's one that happens, I think, in July, one in August, and one in late September, I think. Could be wrong. Could be flat out wrong. But, like, it's the question, like, which harvest are we dealing with? I know in other places of the hemisphere, whatever, they have a number of harvests, so it's just like when you get to the final harvest. And I'm getting confidence coming between the two of you, kind of like something is changing, and I keep questioning, is it the final harvest? I don't know. Like, something has changed, and like the dynamic is definitely changing here. And I'm getting like you, I feel like this is the King of Fire. King of Fire. I think the Guardian of Branches is the King of Fire. I could be wrong. That could be more of a night energy. Because I'm feeling more of a night energy with the Tiger. I'm not really sure exactly where they're going in this deck with this off the top of my head. But I'm getting like you have strong energy coming forward. You're trying to keep this going. You feel like there's a lot here and you don't really want to let it go. Something is changing though. You're actively trying to keep it. You're trying to do what's right. But I don't think you really want to let it go. In the environment, you got Isis inspiration with the 3 of Wands though. Branches or wands. The 3 of Wands, it's like something is getting ready to hop away. It's kind of like, it's almost like somebody's like, well, it's time. if it's a work situation, the person you might work well with may be finding another job or taking a promotion, or the dynamic with this person is definitely changing. So if it's romance, work, friend, whatever it is, the dynamic is changing, and it's something where they have to change. They're accepting the change. They're going forward to the next phase. You want to keep it going, but you're also not holding it back. You don't really want to let it go, but you're trying to accept it. You got the Seer of Branches, which I'm pretty confident is the Page of Fire, Page of Wands. The situation's moving forward like the situation's moving forward. It is what it is. It's kind of like nobody's doing anything. I don't really feel like anybody's doing anything bad to anybody. It's just the next phase is coming in. But you're like, there's so much abundance here. You don't really want to let it go, but at the same time, you're like, it doesn't feel negative to me. So I think you might be seeing it coming forward before it actually happens. Because it doesn't feel negative. You don't really want to let it go, but you're trying to work with it. I do feel like there's a little bit of stress here when I'm looking at the tiger's face, kind of like, I don't, like, it feels like it's what's necessary. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like when a movie starts to end, and you know it's coming to the end, and you're like, you really enjoyed it, but you don't really want it to end, but you're happy about how it turned out. It's kind of like that, kind of like, oh, I wish it could go on forever, but it can't. But I like how it's ending. It's one of those things. It's kind of like, it was so good. I'm almost sad that it's ending. I'm kind of sad that it's ending. And there's a little bit of stress, but it's kind of like, you seem to get it. Like, where are we going with this? Like, it seems very, like, you should already know this is happening. Because I feel like they're saying the end is coming, and there's no way around it. Is this just a way to help you move forward with that? Because literally, okay. Letting go here with peace. The lion, the ruler of the open heart, which is number 8, which is strength. And the 10 of Pentacles, which is the dog, 10 of fossils. Whatever it was, the memories that are there are still there. They're not going. But I don't think there's a way around this. And I feel like when the other person moves on, it's almost like I feel like you care about them to the point where, well, now that they're not with me anymore, I hope things are good for them. Wherever they went, I feel like you're still concerned for them. Like, you have a very strong bond, and you still kind of want to look out for them. You still have that need to look out for them. I think that's what this is. It's finally, because I'm kind of like, why are we talking about this? This seems like it's just going to happen anyway. It's talking about the need to still look out for this person and still be in contact with this person. And I feel like they're saying let go with peace over here. Kind of like it's time to shut it down, time to let it be. There's nothing wrong here. Everything is solid. Everything is as strong as it was before. And I'm getting like this bridge. Like there's this it's not wooden, what is it? Stone. It looks like a stone bridge to me. Like, your connection with this person doesn't seem like it's changed to me. I almost feel like it's time to like shut down that energy and kind of like, there's a grieving energy with this is what I'm feeling. It doesn't mean anybody passed away, but like when something changes or like somebody like goes away and you don't work with them anymore, sometimes the grieving process is there. And there's the 5 stages of grieving, you know, the denial, acceptance, bartering, anger, I'm forgetting one, depression. I think that's all of them. They come in and out, but I feel like you might grieve this. Maybe that's the head up they're trying to give you. Like you're probably going to grieve this. If you're just aware of it happening and let it just kind of happen, it'll move on quicker. Okay. Paul McKenna, one of my favorite authors. I think a lot of people I read for probably are like, yeah, you never shut up about him. Love Paul McKenna. I Can Mend Your Broken Heart. It's a way to like accept things and let them move on. If you're interested, that might be something for you. Because I feel like what they're trying to... this reminds me of somebody I know that they had to accept an ending. And they had this similar energy. Kind of like it was great when it was great. There's no way around it. I just have to accept that things are ending, and they just try to analytically accept it. But I remember years later, them telling me like they did grieve it. There was times where they just had no choice. It was really hard to let it go, and it was hard for them to get through it because they kept fighting that. They kept fighting the fact that they had to grieve it. because it didn't seem like it seemed like it was happening, and that they were accepting it when it was happening, and they thought they shouldn't have to grieve it. But I think that's the heads up with this. The grieving process will happen. You might want to look up the 5 stages of grieving. You can find those online very easily. But it's going to happen. The grieving is going to happen. And I feel like what they're saying is realize that's going to happen. And then if you're aware of those 5 stages and you're like, I'm feeling like this today. I don't understand why I'm feeling like this today. And then you're like, oh, that's one of the stages of like bartering. Like, why am I trying to make barter? Like, maybe I could get them their job back. Maybe I could get them to come back. And then you're like, wait a minute, but they're happy where they are. I don't want to do that to them. Why am I thinking like that? Then you realize bartering is one of the 5 stages of grieving. Like, oh. And then when you realize it, it kind of starts putting the puzzle together quicker, so it doesn't last as long, so that feeling isn't holding you down as long. Like, nobody did anything bad. I'm still feeling that. Nobody did anything bad. I'm not really catching it. Like, it's a general read. You have to take it for what you believe is right. But I think they're trying to do that. Like, the grieving process will happen. It's just, it seems like it's unexpected or something. Or, like, it shouldn't be that bad. But it's like, it will be. But the sooner you start heading towards it and realize it and, like, identify what's happening when it's happening, the less time you have to spend with it. Alright. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.